All right, good afternoon, everyone. I think we are ready. Welcome, everybody, to this very special event hosted by the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. And on behalf of the ECE department, I would like to welcome all of you to the 9th Annual ECE Awards Ceremony. The department is proud to honor the accomplishments of our outstanding graduates. This extraordinary tribute celebrates ECE alumni that have used their education to excel in a profession, career, and/or service. Our alumni are at the core of the department, representing the agents and ambassadors that have made groundbreaking contributions in the study and practice of electrical and computer engineering and beyond. With more than 16,000 ECE alumni, only 110 graduates are inducted into our Hall of Fame, including the 5 distinguished members we will be introducing today. Additionally, we will also be presenting an award today, the Outstanding Early Career Award. We hope that this meaningful accolade will inspire current and future students, some of whom are here today. In addition to recognizing our inductees, I would also like to give a special thanks to the Alumni Committee of our ECE Strategic Advisory Board. Their diligent efforts in their review and selection process are indeed appreciated, and the department is the fortunate recipient of their commitment to the alumni engagement. So thank you. We express our sincere gratitude to the board members that are present with us today, thank you, and helping us with the ceremony. At this time, it is my great pleasure to invite Dr. Jim Fentner, the Louis Martin Vega Dean of the College of Engineering, to give remarks.
Thank you, Veena, and good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the College of Engineering, all the faculty, students, and staff, let me wish you a warm welcome. We're so glad you're here to join us. Many of you traveled very far to be here with us today, and we're deeply appreciative. And just want to echo for a moment Veena's comments about the huge group of living alumni that you're part of. The College of Engineering has nearly 70,000 living alumni, and it really bears consideration for a moment what a great honor it is to receive a Departmental Distinguished Alumnus Award. It's really impressive, and we are almost 1 in 4 of all alumni of the entire NC State University, and events like this, when we can gather students, staff, and faculty with some of our most accomplished alumni, are exciting. It helps our students dream and think about the future, and it helps all of us remember, who are here in the trenches, teaching students, grading homework, etc. I'm not doing that, to be clear, but all the ones who are really doing that work. It helps us remember why we're here and why we're doing this. Your home department's faculty and staff are incredibly proud of your achievements, and you join today an august group of people who really, truly embody NC State's think and do mindset. Your professional service to the state of North Carolina, the United States, and the globe are incredibly valued. I hear over and over and over again how amazing NC State engineers are out in the field doing incredible work to advance technology for society. In engineering, the application of scientific principles for the benefit of humanity is the through line that connects all of us. I'm a chemical engineer. I don't know anything about electrical engineering. Veena can tell you this. I have asked her to explain what a semiconductor is many times, and I still don't know, I'm sorry. But what I do know is this department does incredible work in so many important areas. Every device that we have today, for example, I don't need to tell you this. What you have discovered, and our alumni, early career alumni, and our students are in the process of discovering, is that Wolfpack engineering mindset is an incredibly competitive advantage and enabling tool to do this important, virtuous thing that engineers really all set out to do, make people's lives better. As a land-grant institution, the work of engineering is at the heart of what we do. When we were founded as an institution, the word engineering was not commonplace. It was called mechanical arts. It was a lot more simple to understand what somebody in the area of mechanical arts did. But when you fast forward, now to 2024, we have over 40 degree programs in the college, and many things have changed in terms of complexity of what students learn, how they learn. What is unchanged, though, is our core obligation to the state of North Carolina as a land-grant institution. And that is one of the most beautiful things and was one of the most attractive things that brought me here. I was so excited to learn about what a land-grant institution did. And I was even more excited to understand that NC State is unique and special among all land-grant institutions because of its tradition in research, generation of new knowledge and discovery, combined with that land-grant mission. And that's where you really see the potency of this concept that Chancellor Woodson has given us, think and do. Faculty in ECE are literally writing the textbooks that will define what ECE is for the next generation while they're training the next generation. It's incredible, and I assure you it's rare. So on special days like today, when we gather together, you all are taking time out of your busy days to join us, to reflect a little bit. I want you to know how proud we are of you, alumni. We brag about you all the time. If you walk around the buildings in Centennial Campus, you'll see posters, video displays, look at what this distinguished alumnus did, look at what she did, look at what he did, and it's an inspiration. It means a lot to the students who see it, and I tell you, it means a lot to the faculty and administrators who see it as well. And whether you started a company, whether you've been the director of engineering, whether you've left your technical training and done something totally different, lots of ECEs go into medicine, law, other realms. We see the impact that NC State made on you, and that motivates us and excites us to keep going. And know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, how proud and excited we are for you and your careers. You also have a special role to play. Alumni are really important. You play a critical role in advancing NC State's mission, in advancing NC State's vision, and that means a lot to me as a dean of the college. We would not be here where we are today. We would not be where we are without the alumni out in the world carrying the Wolfpack spirit forward, showing, not just telling, but showing everybody how great the technical training you get is. And I hear this all the time, all the way from Bay Area to DC, everywhere in between. This is an incredibly exciting moment for NC State Engineering, and we're going to need even more from our alumni base in the future, from all those alumni Vina talked about. Building on the momentum of previous college leaders and departmental leaders, Vina following Dan Stansel and me following Louis Martin Vega, we're working hard. Vina and I talk a lot, and we are absolutely committed to advancing the vision the faculty and ECE have put forth, collaboratively with staff, taking input from alumni boards. And I want you to know beyond the shadow of a doubt, it's your vision that we want to carry forward. You are an important part of the tapestry of the College of Engineering, but ECE is its own beast in and of itself. I remind my fellow deans all the time that ECE is larger than our 5 smallest colleges here at NC State with the total enrollment you have. And it's going to get bigger. We're in a time of remarkable growth. Some of you may have heard about this audacious plan called Engineering North Carolina's Future. We are in process of adding 4,000 students to the College of Engineering in a very short period of time. Growth like this is uncommon in higher education, and it is very challenging. We have the support of the General Assembly, the taxpayers in this state, the upper administration at this university, and we need your support too. Growth is hard, but it's worth doing. If you work here in North Carolina, you hear all the time about new manufacturing sites that are coming. Amazing work in semiconductor area, other technological areas. All of those manufacturing, all of that R&D, they're hungry for engineers. They're hungry for people with STEM training, and we are really excited to meet the moment and be part of that. So I hope you'll stay tuned for all the exciting things that are happening in ECE and in the College of Engineering. I hope you'll find time during this pivotal moment to continue to engage even more. There's so many ways that we can use your energy and enthusiasm, and we thank you for it. And I just want to thank you again and congratulate the winners and new inductees into the Hall of Fame. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but it is a blessing and a curse to have all of these great events happening during Red and White Week. My time is demanded many places simultaneously, and I cannot tunnel as a human yet. I do know what tunneling is as a chemist. So I'm going to be able to stay for a while, and then I'm going to have to move on to another event. So if you see me leaving, it's not because I don't want to be here. It's because there's a lot of other alumni who would like some of my time today. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great event. Go Pack.
Thank you, Jim, for your excellent remarks and inspiring us and showing us how the importance of ECE in the future of engineering.
I hear you.
Yeah. All right. So at this time, we would like to get started with our first award. Sushi. I'd like to recognize Shushi with the Outstanding Early Career Award. The Outstanding Early Career Award is presented to one alum each year who has attained significant achievement early in their career and who shows the promise of further contributions to the field. And this year, our Outstanding Award goes to Shushi. You can welcome to come up here while I read a little bit about you. Shu is a senior director of engineering at Lunar Energy. He is a widely recognized industry leader in power electronics and has made significant contributions to pioneering technologies and products in the renewable energy and energy storage sector. He has published over 75 papers and holds more than 40 patents. It's fantastic. In recognition of his technical contributions, he has received numerous prestigious awards, including the 2017 IEEE Industry Application Society Andrew W. Smith Outstanding Young Member Achievement Award. That's all one award. The 2021 IEEE Region 1 Industry Technological Innovation Award, and the 2022 IEEE Rudolph Chope Research and Development Award. He is the Industry Committee Chair and Distinguished Lecturer of the IEEE Power Electronics Society. Dr. Shu actively supports and advocates for Freedom Systems Center. His influence has inspired his wife and cousin to become Freedom alumni, and they're here as well. And he has also hired several NC State alumni to his teams. Thank you for that. And with this, I'd like to present your award. No, actually,
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. I'm deeply honored, humbled, and immensely grateful to the NCSU ECE departments for this recognition. It has been just over 10 years since I graduated. I never imagined my first time returning back to this beautiful campus would be under such a meaningful circumstances. The NCSU ECE department holds a special place in my heart and my family history. So 15 years ago, I was part of the first group of students who was recruited and financially supported by the newly established Freedom Systems Center. Since then, my wife, our cousin, and our cousin's wife all followed the similar path, joining the ECE departments and graduating from here. So it's a privilege to have some of them here together with my daughter, and I'm incredibly grateful for the support from all of you over the years. I was also fortunate to have the opportunity to work with some of the finest professors in my field. First of all, I would like to thank my PhD advisor, Dr. S. Huang, who was a faculty member here at NC State and is now with the University of Texas, Austin. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Ikoba Hossain, who is also here today. He served on the committee for me, my wife, and our cousin, three of us. And ECE department is meaningful to me, not only because this is where I got my degree, and this is also the place where I got a philosophy and a methodology that I know how to tackle the complex and the difficult problems, which has profoundly shaped my career in the industry. Thank you again for this honor. Thank you.
Now we will recognize the 5 new members of the ECE Hall of Fame. We have inducted 110 exemplary alumni into our Alumni Hall of Fame since its inception in 2015, celebrating the accomplishments of our outstanding graduates who use their education to excel in a profession, career, or service. I'd like to invite my colleague and member of the advisory board, Carl Wilkins, to introduce the next winner.
Thank you, Dean Vina. I'm Carl Wilkins. I'm from the class of 2022. And it's my honor and pleasure to read these introductions. I know how it feels. I was in your seat 2 years ago, and I hope you are as proud as we are of you. I have the honor of reading the bio for Dilip Bhatia, a graduate of North Carolina State University with his degree in computer engineering. Dilip Bhatia is based in Morrisville, North Carolina, where he resides with his lovely wife and their 3 children. I believe they're at the table with him right here. I'm glad they're able to join us. As Vice President, Chief Experience Officer, Dilip leads all facets of Lenovo's total experience, including customer experience, user experience, and worldwide digital experiences for customers, partners, and employees. Ranked in the Fortune Global 500, Lenovo is the world's largest PC company and serves millions of customers every day in 180 markets. By delivering data-driven insights to every business unit, the LEAP teams continually listen and learn from feedback, helping the company move from being a product-centric organization to one that puts the customer at the center of everything it does. His user experience team works collaboratively on research and to recommend innovations for next-gen product design and intuitive software and services for all customers, commercial and SMB devices, including the Ionic ThinkPad X1 family that Dilip helped launch when he was the general manager of the ThinkPad business unit. That's pretty impressive. He also served a 4-year stint in Beijing on international assignment as executive director of product marketing for ThinkCenter commercial desktop line of offerings. Dilip has over 25 years experience at both Lenovo and IBM in various roles and serves as executive sponsors for Lenovo's Disability Neurodivergence Advocacy Employee Resource Group. That's a mouthful. A Better Lenovo for Everyone. The acronym is ABLE, A-B-L-E. Dilip celebrates diversity and accessibility through leadership of the Product Diversity Office that works with product teams overcoming any inherent design bias on Lenovo's mission of smarter technology for all. Dilip also holds an MBA from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. You will not hold that against him. He deserves it. Let's all give him a hand.
Thank you. It is such an honor to be recognized among my fellow inductees. Thank you. I'm appreciative first of my parents who allowed their son to head off to college 8,000 miles away back in 1989. I'm also thankful to my wife's 2 aunts who are here, who really took great care of me while I was here at State, but most importantly, for introducing me to my lovely wife, Kavita. And I love that Kavita and my kids could join me today with our 3 teenagers, one who's already at State, another potentially hearing too, and I can promise you the salt and pepper is no accident. It's real. NC State is a huge part of my story, and my experience at the Electrical and Computer Engineering program was really instrumental in helping me find a career that I love, but also what I learned within this university helped me the confidence to know what I'm really good at. Come on, computer engineering degree, worked at IBM, Lenovo, the #1 PC maker in the world, and actually led their product lines. How perfect is that? Not bad for a boy growing up as a 12-year-old obsessed with IBM's first desktop PC that ended up managing the legendary ThinkPad division also. Today, as a global vice president, chief experience officer for Lenovo, I tell my teams, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. An important lesson when I learned when I was here at State. And I think back to my days at NC State and the 4 years living at Alexander Hall across the gym next to the Talley Student Center and being a resident advisor, helping others to have that same sense of belonging away from their home countries. And I know that shaped me and my belief in helping others succeed. All these experiences shape you, and experience is everything, because everything is an experience. And which companies aren't a technology company these days, with computing and AI changing everything around us? But amidst all this change, you always have a choice. So my advice to all the students out there is to choose balance. Strive to achieve balance in all that you love. Love what you do. Yes, but never let that outrank who you love. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Amanda Dixon, and I also sit on your ECE Strategy Advisory Board. It is an honor to actually read Joe's biography. So I just want to tell all the students in here, listen up, because this is how cool you could be. An engineer and entrepreneur now living in Northern California, Joe Britt received a Bachelor of Science degree in computer engineering from North Carolina State in 1991. Prior to attending NC State, he also graduated from the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics, probably making his parents very proud, in 1987. From a young age, Joe was passionate about all things electronic at NC State. He focused his passion on digital systems design, microprocessors, architecture, and VLSI design. After graduating, Joe joined Apple Computer and moved to California, where he worked on the development of the first-generation PowerPC Macintoshes. This work whet his appetite for building great consumer products that would positively impact the lives of millions of people. He then was one of the first employees at a small startup called Catapult, which in the mid-1990s built a modem product called X-Band for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo game consoles, which my son is probably happy to hear. X-Band added network play capabilities to existing popular games and was the earliest system of this type. After Catapult, Joe was the first employee of Web TV Networks, where he built operating systems for one of the first internet-connected television set-top box platforms. Created in 1995, Web TV gave user access to the emerging wide world web from their existing TVs at a time when most homes did not have the internet access. Web TV was acquired by Microsoft in 1997, where Joe was a senior engineer until the end of 1999. In December 1999, Joe co-founded a company called Danger Incorporated, which created a new consumer mobile platform who's most commonly known as the T-Mobile Sidekick. Launched in 2002 with its distinctive rotating screen, if we all remember this, it becomes an icon of pop culture, frequently seen in movies, music videos, and TV shows. The Sidekick was the first smartphone to offer multitasking HTML, web browsing, email, instant messaging, and app store, and a flat-rate mobile data plan. Danger was acquired by Microsoft in 2008, like most all good things do, where Joe worked as a partner engineer until 2010. In 2010, Joe joined Google, where he was a director of engineering for Android, leading multiple advanced product explorations and development projects. Joe left Google in 2014 to co-found Affero with a mission to deliver enterprise-grade secure connectivity for devices too resource-constrained to run a traditional operating system. Affero's secure IoT platform powers connected consumer products from partners like the Home Depot. Joe loves to invent, of course, as you can see, and he holds over 100 US patents. It's amazing. Welcome to the stage, Joe Britt Jr.
Sure, okay. All right. Hello, everybody. First of all, I'm still kind of recovering from the shock of receiving this award. And since I first got notified that I'd been inducted into this, I've been reflecting on my time at NC State. And I think this event today is a great bookend for another NC State memory that I'll never forget. Those of you who studied engineering here probably recall the Introduction to Engineering class. All freshmen had to take this class. And what I remember was the instructor saying, okay, look at the person on your left. These are people who took that class. Look at the person on your right. Do you know what he said next? 2 of you will not graduate. Yeah. So, that was an incredibly sobering thought, especially for a, young kid who wanted to get a degree in engineering. But the instructor was trying to get us to understand that the road ahead was going to be really tough. And it was, and look, full disclosure, I was actually a repeat offender for at least one advanced math class. But fortunately, I'm pretty hard-headed, and I kept going. And even more fortunately, the school surrounded me with incredible, inspiring resources, teaching me to embrace challenges and break down problems. And some of those resources, some of them were things. You know, for example, I love browsing the engineering stacks in the library. That's when it was still D.H. Hill Library. And I was blown away by the state-of-the-art DEC workstations that we had in the labs. Like, that was just mind-blowing. But more importantly, many of these resources were people. And a few of those people had outsized impacts on me and the way I think. And I'm very grateful to still be in contact with a couple of them. Dr. Tom Miller is one of those strong influences. His microprocessor architecture class was probably my favorite class, like, while I was here. And his support for my senior project let me explore and create some crazy, obscure computer graphics hardware that I was obsessed with. And when I hit a snag bringing that hardware up, he incredibly let me borrow a multi-$1,000 logic analyzer from the lab and take it back to my apartment and use it to debug. Oh, well, I think we have a statute of limitations kind of situation going here. But anyway, you know, with that tool, I was able to fix the problem very quickly. But, you know, with that gesture, he demonstrated a level of trust I will never forget. And so, you know, 20 years later, a chance encounter at a restaurant 2,000 miles away in Palo Alto, California would reconnect us. And that then led to an opportunity to meet and hopefully influence a whole new generation of NC State students through Tom's wonderful entrepreneurship program. So I'm very grateful, you know, for all of that. Thank you, Tom. And, you know, Marshall Brain is another strong, influential force from my time here. Marshall was a grad student when I was an undergrad, and we shared a deep interest in programming the Macintosh, which was a pretty obscure niche kind of thing, you know, at the time. But his office was always open, and I have tremendously great memories of hanging out there, just talking about all kinds of things that we both found interesting. We were both always working on some fun side projects, and it felt great to find someone else interested in the same kinds of obscure technical stuff. And so maybe this is leading to a good summary of my feelings about receiving this honor. It's gratitude. Look, everything is connected. My parents and my family supported me when I was studying here, and my wife and kids have supported all the crazy ideas I've had since graduating. So I'm grateful, and thank you to you all. I'm so grateful for my time here because I think this school is a kind of amplifier, giving those who are part of it the chance and the tools to reach farther and have a bigger positive impact on the world and inspire others. So the folks I had the privilege of studying under and hanging out with here definitely shaped my approach to life. Thank you again. Thank you to all the members of my tribe I was able to find here and for reinforcing the qualities I needed to grow into the person I could be. Thank you.
Mr. Arshad Javed is a distinguished business leader and engineer, currently serving as the co-founder and managing partner of Parade, LLC, a company specializing in telemetry data systems and mission-critical communications. Parade was spun off from Smartronix Incorporated in 2019, where Mr. Javed previously held the roles of president, chief operating officer, and founding partner. With a career spanning over 35 years, Mr. Javed brings a diverse skill set across several fields, including electrical and hardware engineering, software development, database management, manufacturing, procurement, marketing, and business management. His leadership at Smartronix was pivotal in establishing the company as a key player in the IT and engineering services industry. Under his guidance, the company achieved recognition for its rapid growth, particularly in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area and beyond. Throughout his career, Mr. Javed has combined technical expertise with strategic business acumen. He has overseen critical functions such as accounting, human resources, legal, program finance, and quality assurance. The double E can do anything. He has also spearheaded workflow optimization, resource allocation, and corporate governance initiatives. His experience with ERP software implementation and mergers and acquisitions further showcases his broad understanding of business operations. Before founding Smartronix, Mr. Javed played an essential role in Department of Defense programs as a lead software engineer on the Central Identification of Friend and Foe Ship Self-Defense System, SIF-SD, for the U.S. Navy. His contributions to mission-critical defense systems highlight his engineering excellence and impact in national defense. Beyond his corporate roles, Mr. Javed has held leadership positions on the boards of financial and historical institutions, including serving as a director of the Community Financial Corporation and the Community Bank of the Chesapeake until its merger with Shore United Bank in 2022. Additionally, he has been a trustee at Historic Sauterley Incorporated since 2004. Mr. Javed is a proud alumnus of North Carolina State University, where he earned 3 bachelor's degrees in computer science, electrical engineering, and computer engineering. His educational journey at NC State laid the foundation for his remarkable career, making him an inspiring figure for students pursuing both technical and business paths. Please join me in congratulating Javed.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm incredibly honored to be here this evening and receive this award. First and foremost, I would like to thank Department of Head and Advisory Board for this recognition. I am deeply grateful to my family for their unwavering support throughout my journey. Looking back, my journey wasn't without its challenges. I have learned the importance of resilience and passion. And it is those tough moments that help me shape who I am today. When I first began my career as an engineer, my focus was on technology, on building, creating, solving problems. What I didn't fully realize at the time was the intricacy of running business. Not only did I have to stay on top of new and emerging technologies, but I also had to learn how to develop and manage government contracts, which brought its own unique challenges. Navigating the complexity of government contracts, government accounting systems, and understanding human resources, laws, and regulations was things I never imagined I would need to master as an engineer. But over time, I realized that success in this field is about more than just technical expertise. It's about adaptability and the willingness to grow in an area you might not have anticipated. NC State has played a big role in that, because when I was here, I was learning all the technical aspects, but also I was learning how to adapt to new challenges. Through it all, I have learned that resilience and passion are essential. It is a tough moment, unexpected lessons that have truly shaped me. To anyone here this afternoon who is just starting out or facing their own challenges, I would encourage you to embrace those setbacks. Every step, even the difficult ones, offers a lesson that will ultimately lead to growth and success. As I look to the future, I am excited about the opportunities ahead. This recognition motivates me to continue pushing boundaries in engineering product development. I hope to inspire others to pursue their passion and contribute meaningfully to our shared goals. Thank you once again to the advisory board, my friends and family. This is truly an unforgettable moment. I am so grateful to be sharing with all of you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure now to read another biographer. Actually, this is someone I've known personally for several decades. We worked in the same industry and for a while for the same company. And it's an honor to welcome him to this august group. Stephen Wisnut has 49 years of experience in the electric utility business, including design and analysis of electrical power systems for nuclear generating stations, transmission substation design and analysis, distribution operations, power quality, project management in nuclear power delivery and transmission, asset management, and management of research projects, including the Center for Advanced Power Engineering Research, most affectionately known around these areas as CAPER. And Steve was, I would almost say, the founder or creator of that organization, which we were grateful. I've had the honor to come to his meetings with the universities in the area. As a principal engineer, Stephen was responsible for the development and management of the Department Research and Development Annual Plan and led several initiatives, including the development of remote monitoring system, probabilistic risk assessment tool for planning and operations, and automated fault analysis process. He serves on several NATF working groups and was responsible for the design and maintenance of recovery plans associated with NERC's SIP 14, physical security of substations. Stephen also served as the chair of the IEEE Surge Protection Devices Committee and several working groups. Please help me welcome Stephen Wisnut.
Well, thank you, Carl, for that kind introduction. I am very truly honored to be here today among this group of new inductees and the group of the past. I was not in a fraternity at NC State, but I'll call this my fraternity now. I had an amazing career. There were so many people I'm thankful for along that path that led me, influenced me. And I have to point out to one of those most important ones. That's my wife, Marilyn, and the support she gave me, the ups and downs, the good times and bad times. And thank you for standing by me all those many years. I have enjoyed an amazing career, but it began right here. This was the foundation that I was provided and built upon and leaned upon throughout my career. As I look back, there's probably two things I'm most proud of in my career. My faculty advisor, Bill Stevenson here, persuaded me to go to the cold Northeast to grad school at Rensselaer Polytech. I didn't want to go. But he said, that's where you need to go, and electric power systems. They're one of the best in the country. So I did. And immediately after finishing that, I was hired at Duke Power at the time to work in their design engineering department. Now, the unique thing about Duke Power at that time, and still is to this day, is the only company in the entire world that designed, built, and operated its own nuclear generation facilities. We did it all in-house. A bunch of kids out of college were given the task to design and build and operate nuclear power plants. Awesome experience. The next achievement I look to fondly is as Carl mentioned, the Center for Advanced Power Engineering Research, CAPER. What CAPER is, and it was and still is, it's a membership-driven consortium of universities and industry working together. Imagine this, 3 powerful universities, NC State, Clemson, UNC Charlotte, actually coming together in collaboration and working on research projects with industry. It's been an amazing experience. Fantastic faculty to work with here, great students. We do senior design projects here with them. It's been an amazing experience, and I look forward to still staying involved in that. I'm very excited to be recognized by this department that provided me with the background for my career. I've always been proud of my degree and my accomplishments here at NC State. I just recently learned that a good friend of mine and a fellow alumnus of this program, Dr. Randy Collins, who was a professor at Clemson, who he and I hold several patents together and made a lot of technical paper presentations, a lot of conference papers all over the world. He's now the dean at Western Carolina University. He received the same award 2 years ago. So I thought, wow, that's pretty impressive. I really respect Randy, and I'm in good company. So it means a lot to me to be part of this, now part of my fraternity. And I also understand Carl Wilkins, a longtime friend as well, is part of the same fraternity. I came from a very small town in western North Carolina, very small town. It's quite a shock to come here into such a large population of very bright students. After my first semester, I was standing in line outside Norm with now still a good friend of mine. We were both one like, what in the world are we doing? What were we thinking? This place is, he was from this not the same town, but another small town not too far away. And said, am I in the right place? So I went to the guidance counselor and we had discussions. I took those tests. If you recall in 1970, the only other option for someone like me was military, and that was such a great thing in Vietnam. So I was trying to look for other options, and school was one of those, but this didn't seem right. But after tests and talking, they persuaded me to stick it out, and the rest is history. I recall those painful Friday a.m. mornings in Daniels Hall. We always had a test in electric circuits. Whalen Seagraves made it sure that we'd be in that building every Friday morning taking a test. I think it was by design. He knew about the keg parties taking place in Sion Dorm basement on Thursday nights. So he instilled in me setting priorities, okay? Putting in the hours, hard work, and above all, to persevere. And it has carried me a long way in my career. So those Friday mornings were beneficial. But I'd be remiss if I didn't also talk about the social opportunities and personal development I received here at NC State, which sometimes we forget about those things. I remember the fun times, the football games and tailgating, which I still do this very day. The basketball games with David Thompson flying above the floor in Reynolds Coliseum, never missed a game. The concerts, and the many friends I made along the way. My professors, Dr. Larry Monteith is one of those, Bill Stevenson one of those, persuaded me and all of us to be active in student organizations and take leadership roles in the IEEE student chapter, the Eddie Kappa Nu Honor Society, Tall Beta Pi Honor Society. Be active in those organizations and take leadership roles. As president of Eddie Kappa Nu, I had the opportunity to plan banquets and search for speakers. Right? So I did something kind of out of the ordinary. I didn't want an academic. We see that every day. So I went out and had speakers like Lou Holtz came to talk to one banquet. Roman Gabriel came and spoke to us. And Don Easterling with the swim coach. Just fantastic people to get to know and see other side of life, I'll say. The ECE program here helped me in my professional life by providing me with the sound fundamentals of all disciplines of engineering, not just electrical. And I think we moved away from that a little bit, but it's important to be a well-rounded engineer in the fundamentals of engineering of all of it, mechanical and civil and other things. The program provided me the social and professional development opportunities that became the foundation of my own professional life. It was a good mix of academic, social, and professional development. I'm very proud to be identified with the ECE program here at NC State and forever be a proud follower of the Wolfpack. For you students, current students, you have an amazing opportunity, but you must make the most of it. I say work hard, set priorities and goals, and take it all in. 4 years, or maybe 5, is a small sacrifice to make for a lifetime of success. State will prepare you for an amazing career, and you must be up to the challenge. Seek co-op or intern opportunities. They will prepare you to be real world ready in whatever industry you select as your career. And future students, there's no better place to come and receive education than here at NC State. You can do anything you want to do and follow any career you want to follow, but it starts right here. And in closing, I want to share some thoughts and words of a very famous coach that was here at one time. And he said that, and remember this, when school or life feels overwhelming, this is going to be true for faculty and parents and the like. Recall the words of NC State coach Jim Valbano, who said, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Each day, strive to immerse yourself in thought, move your emotions to tears, and remember to laugh. He said, if you think and you cry and you laugh in a single day, that's one heck of a day. And all that can happen right here at NC State. Go Pack.
there yet.
Save the best for last, Wilson. Even including myself as an entrepreneur, we all need a friend like Wilson in our life. Wilson L. White is the Vice President of Government Affairs and Public Policy at Google, where he leads a global team supporting the Platform and Devices Business Unit. He also oversees Google's government affairs operations in the Asia-Pacific region and manages strategies for core product areas and emerging technologies like AI and quantum computing. With over 20 years of experience as an engineer and technology attorney, Wilson has advised lawmakers, regulators, and thought leaders globally on tech policy issues. An angel investor and innovation advocate, he has a strong track record in representing inventors and advising startups. Since 2015, Wilson has been an adjunct faculty member at the University of Maryland. He is also teaching in the Technology Entrepreneurship program there. He holds a bachelor's degree in computer engineering from NC State and a Juris Doctor from that school down the road. We let you go there if you get a law degree, okay? And so we appreciate that. And then he's also at Google today, a company impacting the lives of billions globally. Wilson Works influences the development and regulation of transformative technologies, ensuring they benefit society at large. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Wilson Wright.
Thank you for that, and good afternoon, everyone. Right before this, I was speaking with Joe Forbes, who was a 2023 inductee, and I was telling him that even though I speak in public very often for my job, I get very nervous before speaking in public still. And so I think back to when I was a kid growing up in rural South Carolina. Stephen, you may relate to this, growing up in a rural town as well. But I grew up in the AME church there, and I once asked my pastor for advice for speaking in public. And he told me, whenever you're speaking in public, just remember the 5 B's, as if it was something that everyone knew. So I asked him, what are the 5 B's, Pastor? He said, the 5 B's are, be brief, brother, be brief. So there's a little bit of a tension between having someone who grew up in AME church and telling them to be brief. So I'm gonna try to do this. So look, I'm deeply honored to be inducted into the ECE Alumni Hall of Fame. I was honored when I got the notification that I had been selected. But then after hearing from the fellow inductees today, I'm even more humbled and honored to be inducted into this class of honorees. It's to me, a recognition and a testament to the transformative experiences that you get as a student at NC State and as a student in the ECE department. And for me, it's kind of a lifelong recognition of how an engineering degree from NC State can be used in other disciplines. So I came to NC State from a small rural town like Stephen in South Carolina. And I was fortunate here at NC State to have the exposure and training from exceptional faculty and staff, people like Dr. Tracy Ray, people like Dr. Tony Mitchell, also Dr. Windsor Alexander, who gave me an opportunity to do a research project with him and his PhD students as a rising sophomore here at NC State. We're studying the transmission of infrared video over orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Now, I've long since forgot all of the intricacies of OFDM, but I will never forget that experience. The learning, just being able to work collaboratively with other very smart people and trying to solve a very difficult problem. And that's what you get at NC State, and that's what you get as being a student in the ECE department here. I mean, that deep research experience actually ignited in me a passion for curiosity and learning and innovation. And that's carried me throughout my career up to this point. I'm also grateful for the opportunities that were afforded me as a Park Scholar. I was a Park Scholar here at NC State. It's one of the things that I'm most proud of in my experience here. Earlier today, I met with a few of the current Park Scholars, some of whom reminded me that the current freshman class of Park Scholars is the class of 2028, which crystallized for me just how long it's been since I've spent time here at NC State. But many of those students were ECE students. And they're thinking through their careers and how to apply their computer science background or computer engineering background with other disciplines to go out and tackle challenges that we face as a society. So I left that conversation earlier today feeling very, very optimistic about our future. NC State is really training the next leaders of the world, and it gives me a lot of optimism. These students were amazing, and it was energizing to see their curiosity and the academic excellence that continues to shine through NC State. So we should all feel proud that our future is bright. Let me close by saying that the rigorous academic training, the problem-solving skills, and the collaborative spirit that I developed here at NC State have been invaluable in this winding career I've had as a software developer, as an IP lawyer, and now leading a global government affairs team for one of the world's most consequential technology companies. I'm eternally grateful to the ECE department, my professors, my mentors, fellow students, for shaping me into the leader that I am today. I look forward to continuing to support the university and the ECE department in the years to come. So thank you for this recognition. Thank you.
To all of our award recipients, congratulations again. So let's give them another round of applause. You really represent the best of our alumni. To our guests, thank you for being here and helping us celebrate these outstanding graduates. And in closing, I would like to encourage you to visit the department's website for complete biographical information on all of our wonderful inductees today and the peers that they join with this distinction. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank the members of the department who brought this event to fruition and are here today. Caitlin Godfrey, Sarah Consini, Charles Hall, Edgar Lobaton, Toller Ray, back there, and Kerrigan Zambrano, as well as our esteemed members of the Strategic Advisory Board. I would also like to thank and recognize our student ambassadors and presenters here today. All right, so I now invite you to get up, stretch, walk around the room to the tables in the back, and look out at the work that's going on. Look at some of the senior design projects that our students are doing with their capstone program, as well as glimpse some of the groundbreaking research going on in the NSF ERC centers, Freedom and Assist. I'd also like to ask all the inductees to join us with their awards for some photo ops. Please also invite your families along with that, and these photos will be made available for you and your family on the ECE website in the coming days. So with that, congratulations to all of you again, and thank you for joining us.